All right, so let's learn how to do the Icelandic bind off. So I have my swatch here with a couple of repeats of our lacy waves, and I have finished this swatch, and I am pretending that I am finished with the final row and I am ready to bind off. So the Icelandic bind off is going to begin just like pretty much any knit bind off, and you're going to knit the first stitch. Then I'm going to put this first stitch I've knit back on my left needle. But I'm going to leave my needle inserted here in the front because it's going to make the next part a lot easier. So my needle's already in the front of this stitch. I am going to scoop behind the second stitch on the needle, and then I am going to knit it and pull my yarn through the middle. Then I'm going to slide off both stitches together. And you have now done your first Icelandic bind off. I'm then going to put my needle back on, put my stitch back on the left hand needle, scoop underneath the second stitch on the needle, and knit and pull through in between those two loops. Slide them off together. Let's do it again. Stitch goes back on the left hand needle with your right needle in the front. Scoop underneath the second stitch like you're going to knit it, and then go ahead and knit it and pull the yarn in between. Slide both off together. And again. And you can see how once you get this going, you can just get yourself into a nice little rhythm. And it just goes. And when we get to our final stitch, we're going to do our normal Icelandic bind off for those last two stitches. And then we are just going to pull this loop through and give it a little snip. We're going to pretend these are scissors because I don't have any near me.